Hi, this is Stacia, and today we're going to continue the Stacia miniature series. So, a miniature for me is a fairly short game that I played in a short time control. And alright, so we all play lots of blitz games in chess, but I also am trying to improve. So, I think analyzing some interesting ones with you guys in detail is very informative. And this particular game is very crazy. So I wanted to see um, what I could learn from it. This was a Smith-Morra Gambit, and Black accepted it and played d6. This is normal, and knight f3. Knight c6, bishop c4. And these are all very normal moves in the Smith-Morra Gambit. The first unusual move is this one, bishop to g4. And I do have a question for you to start out. When the bishop comes out like this, what's a natural response for white? Yeah, and if you said queen b3, you are correct. And the reason for that is the bishop just undefended the b-pawn. So a lot of times when the bishop moves away, whoops, not like that, then it's logical to unpin this and also attack the b-pawn at the same time. So this is a very normal pattern. And at the same time, there's that little issue. So my opponent played e6, which I think is reasonable, and I took this pawn. So this is just a general rule that I have. It's definitely not 100% true, but kind of 80% true maybe. If I need to make a quick decision, I like to see, does this move come with tempo? And if it does, then I'll take this pawn. In this case, the knight is hanging. So I figured, okay, there's not even really time to take because I take a check here. So my opponent played rook c8, which I think is probably the best move, defending the knight. It's all nice and tidy here. He's even defending the pawn. And I played here. Okay. So yeah, this is one of my more creative games. I didn't really want to allow this bishop to capture the knight and mess up my pawns. Notice that it's already a little bit airy is the word I want to use. Is that airy? It's kind of open. Let's just say it's open, like a store. And I don't want anyone coming in to buy groceries from me. So I played this move. I think it's interesting. If the queen were to take the knight, then I can take the rook check. So I can play there. And I thought this is also a pretty good threat. So he played here. This blocks it. So I think that's a good move. And I thought I might be in trouble here, but I played queen b5, saving my queen and defending the knight. Okay, h6. And I took. All right, so I wanted to sacrifice here actually, but the bishop is guarding it. So, but I figured, hey, it's a Morra Gambit. My knight isn't going to go anywhere good. I can put him back here. That's probably okay. Let's see what the computer says. Yeah, I figure this is probably the right move. But who cares about the right move when you can play this? Okay, and yeah, the engine doesn't love it, but there does appear to be some compensation because, yeah, it's not the full 3 points at all. It's more like 1.5. Okay, so now the computer sometimes underestimates sacrifices. Not in a objective sense, but in a practical sense. Moves like this are hard to deal with because, well, now the king's out in the open. You know what, though? He probably should take Oh no, I'm better than I thought. If he takes with the rook, we take here with check. And we get our piece back, and we're probably winning. Let's see what the computer says, +5. So computer agrees with me. All right, so he has to take with the king. Now, this is why I kind of liked this sacrifice, because I have a tempo on the bishop. I'm going to play f3, which you should never play, but it's good here. And it's going to be a long time before this king is safe, and maybe never safe at all. Like, the only scheme for black that I can see is something like knight here and bishop out and rook here and maybe this. And that's a lot of moves, and there's a lot of stuff coming out. So, all right, I played f3. And now my opponent played a move on me, knight d4. I didn't see this move, but it's pretty good. So it's a fork of sorts, forking the queen and my c2 square. So what to do? What would you do as white? We could also choose to take here. I went here. Okay, so I'm defending the bishop. Oh, I forgot to mention that. That's also under attack. Defend the bishop and move the queen to safety. And okay, and there's no b pawn to fork us or anything like that, so we're fine. He now moved his bishop. So I noticed that the bishop is now off of the e6 square. And this is what I like about playing gambits. For those of you who follow my blog, I had a few thousand views on it, so that was pretty nice. I talked about how I switched to all gambits. And one of the things I noticed is, you know, I'm much more keen to sacrifices and more intuitive about them. And like, even when the bishop just moved away, like an alarm went off in my head. Ding, ding, ding. He's not on this pawn anymore, and there's pressure here. And if I take, the king comes forward. And oftentimes that's a good sign of a sacrifice too. Now, I know that he wants to play this move, so it's really nice that it's pinned. Okay, let's continue. Castle. Castling's good. It's like a developing move. Yeah, and my opponent played this. This is probably a mistake, I'm pretty sure, because, okay, you can see his point. He wants to attack my rook, and if I take the knight, he takes my bishop, and he gets that trade in, which might be nice for him. I'm not totally sure, but it doesn't work though due to this move. So because I was already thinking about sacking here, I was like, oh, now I have good reason to. I'm going to lose my bishop anyway. So I let him take. King comes forward. Very good for a white. And I took here. And now I'm going to say that I really like my position. Am I even down material? Let's see. Black has 2 bishops and a knight. Yeah, I'm down a piece. I'm down a piece, but in return I have 2 pawns and black's king is in the center. I'm almost done with development. I'm 1 move away. Like, okay, I'm just going to guess. I'm going to say that white is better here, like a lot better. Like maybe +3 or more. Let's see what the engine says. Okay, I was a little too optimistic. The engine says +1 for white. But hey, that's still pretty good. I guess I have to consider this. I have to get out of this pin. Okay, knight f6. Oh, I want to turn the engine back off. By the way, guys, if you're trying to improve at chess, definitely try to figure out what's going on in a position and make some kind of conclusion before you turn on the engine. In fact, I'm kind of cheating, I'm doing this quick, but that's definitely highly recommended. All right, so bishop e3. I'm completing development, and I'm kind of eyeing this. I'm like, hey, if black ever wants to move their pawn, I'll say, excuse me. Excuse me, sir. Let me take your queen if I can. All right, so bishop out, he's trying to develop as well. And now a tricky move, queen d3. Do you see my idea with this move? If you'd like to, pause the video and see if you can figure out what I'm up to here. Okay, so the computer definitely knows, so I want to see what the computer says. Yeah, so a move like that doesn't come to mind right away, but the computer's dead on, of course. My idea is I want to play queen d5 check. So you should often look for undefended pieces. Excuse me. And I was looking at lines where the knight comes here and the knight takes, and I was like, oh, when he does that, that will undefend the bishop. And oh, if the bishop was undefended, where's a square that I could check the king and the bishop at the same time? So I thought, this is a good place. So that was the reason for this move. I want to play knight in, and he can't take back. And also it's forking things and looks annoying. Okay, so he played here and I jumped in. This is blitz, so my opponent didn't wait too long before simply taking. I mean, it's hard not to. If you can't take this knight, he's really good here. Yeah, I was wondering, is there any immediate threat? I mean, the rooks, I'm threatening the rook. Anything else? I don't know. This is potentially a check, but the knight is guarding that as well, or guarding that still. So, okay. Check, king here, take the bishop. And now I think white's winning because, well, now I won material and the king's still running around. So let's look. +5, correct. Okay. All right, so, all right, I won't spend too much time on the rest of the game. But I'll show you the rest. Defend my pawn. Check the king. Take a pawn, because why not? Yeah, and I like this too. Like, I thought if he tries to attack me this way, I take with check. You know, because there's this too. But I sneak away and take the rook with check. And hey, I can trade now. Get your last piece in the game. Trade stuff. Don't even care about this. Like, is that even a threat? I mean, it's just going to give me a check. Okay, and my opponent's last try. So I can't take the rook now because it's defended by the bishop, but I could take a queen. Queens are generally good, so I took it. And that would be checkmate. So, okay. I hope you enjoyed this, and we're going to fly through with the engine on now, just to see if there's anything else interesting that occurred. More learning is good. So, wow. Okay, I missed this basic tactic. So it wants to take because after the king takes, we have this move, and the bishop's undefended. So I missed that. Like, okay. Wow. So that is enlightening already. That queen b3 isn't even correct. This is correct. Yeah. Queen b3 is still okay, though. It's still a good move. Yeah, and it said he should come back here, which is not something you want to play. So, all right, I take, and another interesting move, bishop b5. Bishop b5, adding a second attacker to the knight. So this is also possible. So now he should go here just to defend this. My queen's kind of trapped, huh? I guess I can go here. What happens if I go here? Oh, then this happens, which I don't really want. So probably I take, and after this, I do something. Yeah, that's something. The knight's still pinned, so you can attack the pinned piece. Actually, that looks... I was going to say strong, but this does hold it. Okay. And then f3. Okay, sorry. Let's continue. All right. So, wow, I could have played bishop b5 attacking the pinned knight again. Or pinning the knight and attacking it again. Okay. Sorry. All right, so here, yeah, computer agrees you can't take my knight, so that's cool. And it says here I should sidestep. I did that. Yeah, and it didn't really like my sacrifice, but especially in a blitz game, I think it's totally reasonable. Yep, that move is correct. Okay, take the knight. My computer's slowing down, but guess what? I got a new computer, so I'll be using that soon as I get the proper software on there and stuff. Wow, computer likes my move. Did it like the queen move too? It wanted to check here. Wow, it says this is winning. Okay, what's up with this move? How's this winning? Oh, plow through the center. Plow through the center. Yeah, a lot of times when you're all developed and coordinated, like look how nice the white position is. A lot of times when your side is all coordinated and developed and ready, and the other side isn't, and especially when the king's here, you can just blow open the center. Just pawn push in the center, attack stuff, especially if it's on tempo on a minor piece like that. It's usually very strong. So I went for a sneaky move instead. Let's find it. Yeah, but okay. That's that. So I hope you enjoyed this little miniature, and I'll be back with more chess. All right, thank you, and have a great day/night wherever you are. All right, bye.